Moving on to race number 7, the second last on the programme, the 7th on the programme, another Class 3, 1,800 metres the trip here though. Headed by Bigwood, Zach Purton rides from barrier 10, beaten favours last time out, beaten by Ho Ho Khan though last time. Rocketeer takes a drop in class and trip. Namjong Plus is 2 out of 3 course from distance. Ping Hai Treasure, barrier 1 for him. John Sires and Joe Moreira. Planet Star likes to roll forward, he's coming at barrier 2. Sangria's got barrier 12, but he normally drops in anyway. Harris Teeton will ride him. Bigwood, Jolly Jean, Helene Charisma and Ho Ho Phil have all been up at Chung for a back. 3 of them up there twice, Brett.
Yeah, Jolly Jean came back on the 21st, so he's just lobbed back into town for a couple of days. And we know that he's a genuine front runner. And with the booking of Victor Wong, who's had 2 wins from 6 rides for Tony Cruz, you would think that they will go back to the front-running tactics and potentially test Planet Star and maybe Ping Hai Treasure, who comes to the Valley for the first time. I actually thought the pace could be sort of on the better side of good to slow here.
Namjong Plus will want that because he's drawn a bit awkward in barrier number 11. Don't adjust your sets. We did see this one in the race beforehand, but I just thought we can focus on the inside horse there. He's probably just going just as well, if not better, on the inside. So that was Namjong Plus. Here's Rickfield. Now, they're really pushed out on this gallop. Lone Eagle on the inside's racing this weekend, so keep an eye on him because his work was first class. But I thought Rickfield wasn't too bad as well, hitting the line not bad at the end of his gallop. And Ping Hai Treasure seems to be on the improve. He's only had the 2 starts. He's finished back both occasions. But here he is over this 1,800 metres again, just working there with a raging blitzkrieg.
It was a big price, 40 to 1 last time out, Ping Hai Treasure, and probably ran accordingly. Let's start off with Ho Ho Field, Bigwood, Namjong Plus and Rickfield, all finishing behind Ho Ho Khan. Of course, came out and won again on the weekend.
He did. I think there's a case to be made for a number of these. Definitely Ho Ho Field, even though he's probably got up a little bit in the handicap now with some nice performances, a win already and a couple of wins last season. He's going particularly well. We know Bigwood's got more scope for improvement.
Yeah, Bigwood and Namjong Plus. I've got as the Quinella in this race, actually, because I thought this is a really good form race. And we saw Ho Ho Khan come out and reproduce that. I'm just a little bit worried, as you mentioned, about Ho Ho Field up in the weights, because he's an older horse now.
He is. He did run well there.
He did.
No, he did.
He could, yeah, you could sort of, if he was to finish 5th or 6th, you go, yeah, I probably could have expected that.
All right, what about Planet Star? We heard from Paul O'Sullivan once on the show. Let's hear from him again about his chances here in the 7th.
Planet Star, Paul, was the 2,000 a little bit too far for him last time?
Yeah, probably was, and they did go pretty quickly up front. They cracked some pretty tough sectionals, and he battled on pretty well. Back to the Valley, where he's raced very well before in the 1,800. I think there should be good improvement in him.
So 1,400, 1,650 have been where his wins are at, but do you feel he's a horse that is capable over a bit further than that? Yeah,
we're just going to give him this one try. These races don't come along too often. He can always go back to the 1,650, but I think depending on how the races run, he's got a nice handy gate. If they leave him alone, he should be competitive.
When you look at what he's done over the last 12 months or so, he looks like he's been an improving, consistent type of horse for your stable.
Yeah, he's always been very consistent. He does his best, but again, those horses that race on the pace or the horses that lead, if they get the right run, they're hard to beat. And if they get taken on, it's difficult.
Has one here at Happy Valley. It's been over the 1,650, 1,800 first time for him.
I think coming back in trip will certainly help with that additional fitness underneath his belt. And with Jolly Jean in the race, they'll slug along at a decent enough tempo, which I think suits Planet Star. Yeah,
that's what worried me, but I thought Jolly Jean might take him on, because when he almost won, he led the whole way and just got collared on the line by the judge. Jolly Jean might annoy him in this race.
All right, take that into consideration. Got Rickfield in the race and Goldfield as well. We'll have a look at Goldfield in action. This is over the 1,800 metres on the dirt, though, of course, behind Zilong.
Yeah, Goldfield, I think he's an interesting runner. I didn't mind this run on the all-weather, only a length behind Zilong. Prior to that, he was second, 2,200 behind Giant Turtle. He's drawn well. Interesting, he's come up at 5.9. I was thinking you'd probably want, sort of 7 or 8 to 1 about him. You might get that on the night, but I think this was a solid performance and I expect another solid run.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers. I thought he's a horse going well at the moment, and 1,800 looks ideal for him.
All right, so you certainly want to consider again. Bigwood's our favourite here, Paul.
Yeah, I got him on top. I just really like that form race he comes out of, Bigwood, and he has been going well, and he has run well here at Happy Valley before. On his one occasion. Namjong Plus is another one that we know likes the Valley and does come out of that same race. Goldfield's running well, and my old friend Helene Charisma found a spot in there for him for 4th. He's so well rated, as we know. 1, 5, 9 and 4.
I found a spot for him too, Helene Charisma, but not on top. I have on top Goldfield. I like the run on the all-weather. Helene Charisma, Bigwood, Namjong Plus. The one to miss out was Ho Ho Phil, but wouldn't be surprised if he was there.
All right, Bigwood for me. No place on the bus for Helene Charisma this week, unfortunately. One more race to go then. Race number 8 plus all the best bets. That comes up next.